no better place to start than Herbie Kane and his arrival. What's Herbie going to bring to Hull City this month for the rest of the season?
It's a good signing for us. He's obviously someone I know well. Taking him to Doncaster last year, where he wasn't really known, to be honest, but had a tremendous season. He'll bring energy, he'll bring aggression, very comfortable on the ball, a real calmness in the ball that he brings, and you know he's got a bit of everything really, and I think that's what we like. You know, that the fact that he can play in one or two different positions as well gives us that flexibility.
How long's this been in the pipeline? Because he was touted as a potential target back in the summer.
Yeah, we couldn't do it in the summer. We tried to see what it was about, but a few things stopped that. But it's nice to get him here now, especially with the injuries of Kevin and John Terrell. We needed a bit more competition in there, and Herbie will definitely bring that. How
did you see him develop in the year you had him at Doncaster?
Well, it was interesting really, because in the first game he didn't start in the team in the first game of last season at Southend, and I think we picked an injury up, and then he started in the next game. He just went from strength to strength. You know, he was in the League One Team of the Year. He was outstanding last season at that level, and he's more than ready to take the step to the next level. So we're pleased to have him.
What's his eventual level, do you think?
Who knows? I mean, now for Herbie is to challenge himself in the Championship and to see how he can compete at this level, which, in my opinion, it'll be fine. He'll be good. And now he just needs to bring his game out, and hopefully others can impact around that.
Do you envisage him starting at Rotherham tomorrow?
Well, he's in the squad. We haven't decided yet in terms of what we're going to do, but there'll be some changes to the team. Nothing drastically I say, but I mean the team that will go out will still be a competitive team, because we want to try and get into the fourth round, and it's a difficult game. I know Paul Warren well, and his teams are very organised, very aggressive. You know, they're flying in the league at the minute. You know, a lot of admiration for what he's done at Rotherham. So it's going to be a tough game.
With John Terrell not too far away, I don't think, and Kevin Stewart perhaps next month, does the signing of Herbie complete your midfield options again, or will you look for more in midfield?
No, we're fine. I mean, the five for the three is good. It definitely adds more competition in there. You know, the boys have done well. You know, people have played in that position, and they've done great, and starting to get better and better as well. So just to add that competition as well, to give us more options, it is vital for us at this stage of the season.
You're still looking up front. Any progress made on that one?
No progress as yet. We are trying to bring somebody in that can play across the front, not just in one set position. Again, like I spoke to you about that before, the versatility of people is key for me, especially in midfield and in the forward line. It's not about nailing people down in one position, they have to play in several, because that's the way we'd like to approach games and change games if we need to.
What's the significance of doing early business in the winter?
Well, I think it was important because of the injuries we had as well. You know, I think the squad has been asked to go game by game by game by game, and it's hard work. It's relentless, and now to have an extra body in midfield with the quality of Herbie gives us more competition as well.
Are you looking at just one more player in January, or are you looking at more than that?
You never know what things throw up. We don't want to be rocking the boat or anything. Ideally, we want to add one more to the forward line if we can, and we're working hard on that, and we see what happens after that. You know, we're not envisaging too many changes or anyone leaving or 6 or 7 players coming in. It won't be like that. It's just adding a couple of bits of quality to the group.
Anything on players leaving the club?
No, nothing. I haven't heard anything. Obviously Davin and Marcus are two that we're looking for new clubs for, but we haven't heard anything on that.
A couple of loan players, Max and Jacob, their loans are due up soon, I think. Have you made a decision on what happens?
Yeah, we're hoping they can get them tied up soon. We're going to keep them there till the end of the season. They're developing, they're growing, they're with a very good manager and good coach, and Michael Duff, and someone who takes time to work with them and improve them. And I know obviously Jacob's played every game. Max picked up a little bit of an injury and struggled to get back in the team. Probably the form of Ryan Broom down there at Cheltenham has kept him out of the team, but I'm sure he'll get back into it. Jacob's loving it, playing every game, growing every time he plays, and that will only benefit us in the future.
Because you mentioned there was a lot of League One clubs ringing about Jacob, wasn't there?
Yeah, there is. I mean, there's no point of us bringing him back to send him somewhere else where I feel as if he's with a good manager, a good coach. He's at a good football club, someone who gave me an early part of my development a real chance at Cheltenham Town, and it's a great club to learn from and to get better. And he's there, and he's doing that with Michael Duff and Russell Milton, somebody else who I played with, and got a lot of trust in them, what they're doing with those two.
In the Carabao Cup earlier this season, I think you made 11 changes and then 10. Have you got enough bodies to do that again? Or?
No, no, and we wouldn't do that anyway. I think like I say to you, we want to try and get to the fourth round of the FA Cup, and that's, you know, that's regardless of what team goes out tomorrow. We've got a good group. We've got a good squad. We certainly haven't got enough to change 11 players. I know that, but there will be changes to the team to bring a bit of freshness to the group, I think, and that's important.
Is there any you definitely will rest? Have you made decisions on those?
Yeah, there's two that will rest completely, who started the game the other day.
Okay. And any you feel deserve a chance in this game?
Who? What in terms of
which players?
Yeah, I mean all the boys. I mean you've seen Pennington, you've seen George Honeyman, and how they come in and taking their chances, you know, and that's what we want. We want people to do that when they come into the team. We want them to take chances, and like I said to Burnsy after the game, that the sports science team, the coaching staff here, they keep them in tip-top condition, you know. And if it's not a 23s game they play, and it's an in-house game, or it's a range game, or just everything about the boys, they want to keep themselves right. So when they're called upon, they don't let themselves down. And I think you've seen that with Penno and George.
This feels like a natural chance for Keane Lewis Potter to make his full debut. Is he in your mind for that?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's in my mind, definitely. Nice to have him back. You know, he's probably still a wee bit sheepish when he came on. He's still not feeling 100%. Either was Leo. But it's nice to have Keano back fit and available. Trained really well today, so definitely in the thinking.
How excited should we be about Keane?
I don't want to go over the top on him. He's a young boy. He's 18. He's got real potential, but we'll continue to work with him. We'll continue to try and help him and improve him. But the biggest thing about Keane is he wants to learn. He wants to get better. He's willing to take any bit of advice that he's given and try and produce on the football pitch, which is a great trait to have.
Before Christmas, when he signed his contract, he spoke about Elliot Bonds. Is he ready to start this game, do you think, or is it a bit too soon, his development?
Is he ready to start? Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, we wouldn't have him on the bench if he wasn't. We feel as if he could play a part for us, definitely. Again, Elliot, young James Berry, the both of them have been with us again. They trained very, very well over the last couple of days, and every training session they are with us. They're improving. They're getting better, and you do as a young player when you're training with the first team players. So we've got some good potential coming through.
When a team is pushing for promotion out of the Championship, the FA Cup rolls around, it's often seen as a distraction. How are you going to view it?
That's no distraction. No distraction. I think it's a tremendous tournament. It's one that I've loved over the years. It makes a change to start in the third round instead of having the first round, the second round. And I think last year we had 2 legs against Chorley. We struggled in the first round to beat them. So no, I think the FA Cup's great. And I told the boys that. I said we want to see if we can have a couple in this year. That was one of our objectives at the start of the season, is to see if we can get in the top 6 and have a promotion push, and see if we can have a couple.
It's the old cliche, isn't it, that winning becomes a habit and it's another chance to build momentum.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's another Yorkshire derby. It's going to be tough. It really is. You know, Rotherham, they're a big team. They're physical, they're very strong from corners, set plays, things they got. Probably not too dissimilar to Sheffield Wednesday. So we know what we're up against. It's going to be tough.
Paul Warne spoke glowingly about you ahead of this game. Do you know Paul well? Or?
Yeah, I've come up against him quite a bit over the years, really, and probably more so to do with 23s games and things, and we used to arrange a lot of friendlies together and things like that, and I even bumped into him in Meadowhall a few weeks back. So no, look, I think he's done great at Rotherham. I think he's done a tremendous job for them to get relegated and for to bounce back the way they're bouncing back this season. It doesn't surprise me. You know, he's lost some very good players, and Ajayi, who went to West Brom, and the boy who went to Cardiff, a midfield player, will come to me in a minute, his name, Will Oates, John Taylor, Joe Newell, and for him to go and replace them with some good players like Crooks and Barlaser, and you know, centre forwards he's brought in Ladapo, and I think he's very clever.
Gary Monk said this morning that he's going to prepare you a pillow and a sofa for next time Hull City arrive in town. Has there been any correspondence between the clubs since
I don't know. I don't know what's going on really. I think David spoke on Sheffield Wednesday. I think it was all just a bit petty, wasn't it really? You know, the fact that they can even take the fuse out of our extension lead, it just shows you how petty it is, really. So, you know, we go out at half time, we come back in with no power again because they're taking a fuse out of it. It's ridiculous.
Were you surprised this after the game? It must have got under your skin a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I've not come across that before in football. That's probably why. And it just went over the top before the game. You know, my staff were arguing with the head of security over bloody plug sockets. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But that kid is what it is.
Can I get a thought from you, Grant, on the delayed kick-off time tomorrow across the whole of football that's happening? How important is it that football acknowledges mental health issues?
Yeah, I think it's massive. I think it's massive, and obviously we've just lost another footballer there. You see in the last couple of days, and I'm not sure why, but it's just it's everything. I think people take it for granted. I think especially as you're coming towards the end of your career, I think you know that. You start thinking, what am I going to do now? This is what I've done since I was 16 years of age, and it's important that we give as much help as we can and around this, because it's vital.
Do you have footballers coming to you? Any of your players coming to you with issues with mental health at all?
I've not had it. But what we do have here is a very good team that would probably keep those things separately anyway. You know, it's difficult, you know, as a football player, especially when you can't do what you want to do, i.e. if you're injured or if you have a long-term injury, it's difficult, and you've got to keep these people in a good place and a good frame of mind, and you know, that's really important in football. And I think I'm glad that people are starting to recognise it now, and we're getting people more help if they feel like that.
Any idea when Angus MacDonald's going to be joining back in with training?
It'll be a while yet. But it's nice, we've had him around a few times now, and nice to see his face, so we just need to take it day by day, week by week, month by month, see how he gets on. No one's putting any time scale on it.